Mom, why on earth would you do that to our family picture? Why did you crop me off from the frame? Excuse me? I just got a text from Grandpa right now about the family picture that we all took together during our trip to Hawaii for Grandma and Grandpa's 50th anniversary. He let me know how someone edited it so it looked like I wasn't even there. And apparently it wasn't just one picture, but most of them. Oh my. Silly Grandpa, he didn't have to let you know about that. He said he noticed right away since the center was so off. You made the photographers do this, didn't you? You're the one who spoke with them and chose the pictures for the photo album. Why on earth would you do that? Of course, to make the best album I could with the pictures that I had. Do I even have to talk about how the whole thing would be ruined if you were in it? What? This photo album is for your grandparents' 50th anniversary. Why would I let a mistake like you ruin the whole thing? I just thought it would be better for everyone if you weren't in it. So I told the cameraman in advance to make sure that you were included as little as possible in the photos. Why would you do that? How many times do I have to tell you? Because you're a disappointment, honey. Is this about me being a high school graduate again? Who cares? I paid for most of the expenses of the trip itself. If anything, I should be appreciated more than everyone else. I haven't paid for the cost of putting this album together. You paid for everything, so what? Do you think that gives you the authority to talk back to me? What do you mean? You shouldn't get so full of yourself just because you paid for one small trip. Do you know how much money went to waste for your academic fees? The cost of this trip wouldn't even pay for a fraction of what we paid to raise you into an elite human being. We let you attend a private school from preschool to high school, for God's sake. But what do you do in return? You get rejected from all the best colleges and end up becoming a failure. Do you think I got rejected from all those schools on purpose? I had a fever on the day of the national test. I tried my best and still fainted during it. What else was I supposed to do? We're 2 adults now and you have no business in bringing that up again. Shut up! You don't deserve to be talking to me like that right now after betraying us like that. And you sure as hell don't deserve to be a part of the family album, so stop complaining. I'm so glad your little brother came out different than you. Valedictorian from Harvard University. It's like a dream come true to have a son like him. I made sure that Kevin had twice the amount of pictures taken than everyone else so he could fill in space that you left blank. How could you say that to your own daughter? If anything, you're the reason I ended up getting a fever on the day of the exam. You dragged me out with you on the day before when I begged you to let me stay at home because I didn't want to risk getting sick. But you forced me to go to church in that blizzard. Are you being serious right now? You're blaming your failure on your own mother? I really can't believe this. You're pathetic. Whatever. Talking to you is a complete waste of time anyways. I'll make up some excuse to Grandpa and Grandma so that they'll stop questioning. But don't try to pull a stunt like this anymore. I don't care no matter how much you hate me, but you're causing trouble for people who have absolutely nothing to do with this.
Laura, do you have a minute? I just wanted to apologize for making you pay for the whole trip that we went on a while ago. I had no idea until Mom told me a minute ago. I'll pay a portion of it. So can you let me know about the specific costs?
It's fine, Kevin. Don't worry about it. Besides, I don't have the time or energy to deal with Mom again if she finds out that I made you pay.
But you just paid for the dinner that we went to on Mom and Dad's anniversary the other day. I know that it cost you at least $1,000 for the 4 of us.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot that happened. I've been treated like an ATM machine by Mom for the last few years, so I've gotten used to all of this.
But $1,000? How do you forget about that? Whatever. Just let me pitch in at least half of what you paid. I wouldn't be able to live with myself knowing that you're paying for all of that on your own.
Are you sure? Half of what I paid is about $5,000. It might be a little much for you.
5,000? It cost you $10,000 to plan that trip?
Mom told me to make it as flashy as possible, so that's what I did. I even rented a limousine for Grandma and Grandpa, remember? The hotel that we stayed at was a 5-star hotel. And of course all the meals were super gourmet. I'd say it's pretty obvious that the cost of 6 people for a trip like that would cost that much.
I really was intending to stick to my word. Don't get me wrong. But could you please let me wait until the next opportunity to pay for half of the check?
Of course. Look, you don't even have to pay anything. It already means a lot that you at least want to help in some way.
No way. I have to pay at least something. I can't just make my sister take all of this on her own. But I just got an engagement ring for my fiancé, and I don't have much money at the moment, that's all.
An engagement ring? You proposed to Kelly?
Surprise! She said yes, so we're officially getting engaged this year.
Really?
Yeah, I was hoping to tell everyone on the trip, but I got a little too drunk and missed the opportunity.
Oh yeah, I saw Mom telling you to eat and drink more the whole time we were there.
Yeah, sorry about that. Well, I just wanted to let you know that I'm paying you no matter what. I'll give you half of whatever event that comes next no matter what, and I'll make sure you won't have to handle it all on your own. I'm tired of seeing Mom treat you wrong and forcing you to pay for everything.
Thanks, Kevin. But if that's the case, then I want to pay for everything. I'm sure you two are going to have a lot to pay for after the wedding and the ring and all of that. You and I both know that you don't have the capability to be paying for an expensive family trip right now.
But if you keep accepting payments like this, you're not going to be able to keep up at some point. And Mom won't change her horrible attitude towards you no matter what Dad and I say. The least I can do is help you out a little in secret.
I have a good idea. If you want to help me out so badly, then we can go out for lunch next month. You can pay for that. Oh, and make sure to bring Kelly with you, too.
Of course, we can do that. Kelly was wanting to see you for a while now, too, so it'll be a great opportunity for us to bond. I won't hesitate to use everything I have left to pay for this lunch.
We can just go to Olive Garden or something. Anyways, ask Kelly about her schedule and send me a date whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Laura, have you heard the news? Kevin's finally getting married to Kelly. They just came over to our house yesterday to announce it. You seem really excited, Mom. Of course I'm excited. I've been dreaming of this day for so long. Kelly is also a Harvard graduate with elite genetics. She works for NASA. How could I not be excited to have such an amazing person in our family? My son works for a megatech company and my daughter works for NASA. I can't believe this. It's all a dream come true. Wow, I'm sure that'll be all over national television. Whatever, don't be so jealous. And don't even think about getting in the way of any of this in any way, do you understand? You're going to stay at your house for the whole day on the wedding day. I swear on God if I see you there. What? This is a once-in-a-lifetime event. Why would a high school graduate like you be allowed to attend the wedding with such amazing people? You're the embarrassment of our family. You need to know your place. Mom! I think you're going too far with this whole elite thing. Do you think someone's educational background is more important than the fact that they're family? Of course I do. I'm only saying these things because it benefits you too. What? You're going to feel like the odd one out if you go to a wedding with a high school certificate. I'm sure all of Kelly's relatives and her family are also elite, so you'll have too much trouble keeping up with their conversations since they're too smart for you. That's just nonsense. Say what you want to say, just know that you'll be a burden to everyone, so you shouldn't bother coming. Just imagine making all of our guests breathe the same air as an idiot like you.
Well, you don't have to worry about my wedding, because it's already done.
What?
Yeah, it just ended. Just now. It was a massive success. So there's nothing for you to worry about, Mom. I'll be sure to send the photo album to your address later, so you can see it there.
What? What do you mean by your wedding? Who's on the other side of the screen right now? And what do you mean the wedding already ended?
Kevin, of course. And I meant exactly what I said. The wedding just ended a minute ago.
What? What do you mean the wedding already ended a minute ago? The two of you barely announced that you were getting married yesterday!
Oh yeah, that was all part of the plan to make sure that you don't come today. But then again, I thought it would be harsh to not even tell you that we were getting married. So we decided that we would have the wedding on the day after telling you. So there's no way you'd come.
Why would you do that? I'm your mother! Who doesn't invite their parents to their wedding? I gave birth to you, I deserve to go!
All I cared about was to have an amazing wedding, where everyone had a great time. So I did invite you. A dumb high school graduate.
What?
What do you mean by what? You should know. I'm just repeating the lines you were saying to Laura earlier. High school graduates aren't allowed to come to my wedding, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. I went to college.
Yeah, but you didn't graduate, did you? Grandpa told me on the trip.
What?
Yeah, you got pregnant with Laura while you were still in college, right? And that's why you left before graduating and got married. That makes you the same as Laura, a high school graduate. The audacity that you have to make fun of her for that is just insane.
That's way different than not getting in at all. I got accepted into a college, which means I have what it takes to be an elite. It's different from Laura's case being denied by every college that she applied to.
Look at yourself, making all of these excuses. Through the eyes of us elites, you two are no different. But I guess you really want to think that you're better than your own daughter. Why would a son want to bring a mother like that to his wedding?
How could you say that to me?
The reason you're so obsessed with education is that you're insecure about yourself being a high school graduate, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, I do appreciate you for spending all the money and effort that you did to help me to get this far in my life. But neither I nor Laura ever asked you to do that for us. You just forced your values onto us, and you dehumanized your own daughter like it was her fault. I wouldn't want someone who put us through that to be there on the happiest day of my life.
Honey!
That's why I, myself, made the decision not to invite you today. Kelly knows all about this whole thing, so do Dad, Laura, and our grandparents. Every single one of them told me that it was up to me because it was my wedding.
How could you do all of this to me? I was more excited for this wedding than anyone else. You disregard everything I've done for you because I'm a high school graduate?
Right back at you, Mom. Every single day, I saw you harass your own daughter because of her educational background. What gives you the right to complain about it when it's done to you?
This clearly isn't just about an educational background. Otherwise, why would Laura be there? If I don't get to go, neither should she.
Laura's a special case. As a representative of the elite community, we thoroughly examined her and took into account that she owns her own company. Oh, and also the fact that she's actually a respectable, kind, and sensible person.
Wait, what do you mean by owns her own company?
I figured you knew nothing about this. The same daughter who you ridiculed for not having graduated a college has her own business. Regardless of the fact that she didn't go to college, she's the employer of several employees who have. And she's making an insane amount of money doing it as well.
What?
Your daughter is doing amazing things in this world, despite the odds. And here you are, thinking that the college that a person graduates from is their only meaningful characteristic. Even though you two are both high school graduates, your emotional depths are so different. I concluded that Laura was indeed a moral and social elite, so I allowed her to come to the wedding.
You're lying. How would a letdown like her ever be able to run her own company? There's no way she's capable of doing that.
Say what you want, but that's the reality. Well then, see you, Mom. Enjoy the album. I'm sure you'll get it by next week.
Explain this whole thing right now! Do you really own your own company? Yes, and I've never hidden it from you. In fact, I explained this to you several times before. But judging from your reaction, I guess you were never listening. What? How do you think I afforded the $10,000 trip that we went on the other day? And the restaurant that we went to on your anniversary with Dad? I wouldn't be able to afford things like that if I was just a normal office worker. But you're supposed to be the disappointment of the family. How much money are you making? Not that I expect much from you, probably just some small company selling random things. You're on the verge of going out of business, aren't you? I mean, you're right about it being a small company, but we're doing pretty well. We pay at least $40,000 annually to each employee. I made about $150,000 last year, and I'm on course to make $200,000 this year. What? How are you making more than Kevin? I mean, I own my own company, so... But I'm quitting by next year. I'm going to start going to college. What? It's not Harvard, but it's the school that I wanted to go to. I studied while running the company and got lucky. Company is finally running steadily, so I'm going to take a break from that and become a student. Which means I've actually been accepted by a university as well, so we're officially on the same level now. I guess you can't harass me anymore. And I'll be above. Wait, but that would mean that I'm the only high school graduate in the whole family. This is unacceptable. Withdraw the application right now. What? You're not fit to be above me like that. How dare you try to make a fool out of me? You're the disappointment of the family. Are you hearing yourself? I'm your daughter. You know what? I think it's a good time to say goodbye. Let's go separate ways. What? Don't ever show yourself to me again, and I won't either. And don't ever come begging me to help you after retirement. Wait! Why would you say that to your own mother? You just wanted someone below you to make fun of. Just so you didn't feel as insecure about yourself, right? Well, I'm not a stress ball. I mean, what kind of mother makes fun of her own child for not getting into college and yells at her to withdraw from admissions when they finally make it? You're not my mother anymore. Yes, I am. And your job as a child is to support her parents after they retire. You can take care of us, and Kevin can fly high onto bigger and better things. Even your life plan is BS. Whatever. Goodbye, Mom. Never talk to me again, got it? Wait! Look, I was wrong for telling you to withdraw admissions. That was too far, and I apologize. So could you please ask some professor to help get me in with you? Idiot. Well then, see you never. I'll be sure to study for both of us in my dream school. I heard the mom was called out by my grandparents and was asked carefully about whether she really did the things I accused her of, which she did. As a result, her own parents were deeply shocked about the harassment she made me face throughout my lifetime. My mom ended up getting disowned by her own parents. After hearing that, I heard that she rushed to call Kevin and begged for reassurance that he cared still. But the elite couple of the century told her that they were way too busy doing elite things to care for a high school graduate like her.
Hi, Pearl. I can see you're having a good time.
Of course. It's a happy occasion. I'm really happy for you and my sister. The family has grown bigger. Although, why are you lovebirds keeping everyone waiting? LOL. When is the reception supposed to start?
Soon, but you won't be here to witness it. What are you doing here, Pearl?
What do you mean? This is my baby sister's wedding. Of course I'm supposed to be here.
No, Kira may be your sister, but you don't deserve to be here. You need to leave at once.
Where is all this coming from? Is something wrong?
Yes, I can't have an uneducated guest at my wedding. How do you think it'll reflect on my person? I'm the general manager of the biggest restaurant in town. I need to show that I'm above people like you.
For real? How can you say this to me, Josh? Why are you acting like you just met me?
If I'd known you never went to college, believe me, we never would have been friends in the first place. Thank God Kira told me, or I would have been digging my grave without knowing it. You know what? You should learn a thing or two from your baby sister. She runs her company and makes a lot of money. All you do is take from her.
Did she tell you this?
No, but it wasn't difficult to figure out. I know you're kind. You're a pest, and you'll never stop until you drain your mark. It all ends today, though. Leave our wedding, please.
I'm not leaving here, Josh. You can't make me miss my sister's wedding just because of what you think of me.
I can, and I will. The only reason I'm even asking you nicely is because Kira's your sister. But if you abuse this privilege, I'll do it the hard way.
And what is that?
I'll have security escort you out. Leave, Pearl.
No.
Fine, you leave me no choice.
How could you, Pearl? I've been calling you since yesterday.
Yeah, I turned off my phone yesterday. I'm sorry.
You're sorry? Are you kidding me? Yesterday was my big day and you missed it. How could you do this to me? What was so important that you couldn't be there for me and not even let me know?
Kira, I was there. Your husband kicked me out. He had his security walk me out of the venue. He said he just found out about me skipping college and he couldn't stand the thought of me mingling with his friends. It was your big day, so I couldn't bear to ruin it further for you. So I thought it best not to tell you. I'm sorry.
It was ruined the moment I noticed you were not there. Josh saw me looking for you and he said nothing. He even suggested that something must have held you. How could he?
That was just how shocked I was yesterday until I was kicked out of your wedding.
Why would he do such a thing? The only reason you didn't go to college was so you could focus on starting your business and sending me to school. I am who I am today because of the sacrifices you made for me. How dare he do this to you?
I know, sweetie. So, what are you planning to do?
I don't even know. I went to bed last night pissed at you. I hated you for leaving my wedding. Now I get why he was encouraging me to cut ties with you. It's all him. I can't let this go, Pearl.
I know, but before you do anything rash, think it through, okay?
We'll see about that. I have to go now, sis. Talk to you later, okay?
What the hell did you tell my wife?
What do you mean?
Don't play smart with me, you illiterate. You told her to leave me, didn't you?
No, I only told her what happened yesterday, how you kicked me out of her wedding. I guess she didn't like that either.
You have such a big mouth, and you went running off to her at the slightest issue. You're the big sister. Why would you need Kira to fight your battles? You couldn't just shut up and stay in your place like a good girl?
You're right, I am her big sister, and I don't need her to do any fighting for me. If she left you, that was not under my instruction. You did hurt her, remember?
I did what was right for us, for our future. You're a stain to our image, and the sooner we wash you off, the better it'll be for us. Now she's left home, she'll be sleeping in a hotel tonight, and it's all your fault. My marriage is barely a day old, and we're already having issues. What do you think people will say when they find out my wife is sleeping in a hotel? I can't have this.
Josh, none of this has anything to do with me.
No, it has everything to do with you. You caused this, so you'll fix it. You'll talk to your sister and tell her to come back home.
Let me guess. If I don't, you'll send your security team after me again?
No, silly, by the time I'm done with you, you'll wish that's what I did. Bring my wife back home, or there'll be hell to pay.
Sis, I think I made a mistake.
What?
Marrying Josh was a mistake. I'm thinking of leaving him.
You are? Are you sure?
Yeah, it seems that now we're married, he's choosing to reveal his true colors. He has gotten really toxic. He gives me orders and wants me to hand over the management of the company to him so he can quit working at the restaurant. All he does is brag to his friends that he married a CEO. I'm just a trophy wife to him.
My God, he really is despicable, isn't he?
I can't cope, Pearl. He still hasn't admitted he was wrong in kicking you out of the wedding. Can you believe he wants me to thank him because, according to him, he did me a favor? What bull is that?
He still believes he did the right thing.
It's as if the man I dated is a completely different person from the one I married. The moment we exchanged our vows, it seems a switch was flipped and his true self surfaced.
What does this mean for you now? Since your wedding day, you've been staying at hotels.
I'm already in talks with my lawyer. I'm leaving him. He should be served the papers soon.
Kira, are you certain this is what you want?
You damn right I am. I can't live with someone like this. This is not the man I fell in love with, and I have to leave before it gets too hard for me.
Yeah, you're right. I support you, okay?
I know. Thank you, sis. I love you.
I love you too. Let me know if you need anything at all.
Pearl, I warned you.
About what?
I told you what would happen if you didn't bring my wife back home. You're just jealous, that's it. What other reason would you have to break up my marriage that's not even a week old? Because of you, Kira's asking for a divorce. I can destroy you, you know.
See, I'm getting tired of taking all this from you. You keep threatening thunder and brimstone, but you won't do anything, and you want to know why? Because you can't do anything.
You fool. What do you know? Do you even know who I am?
You might be the manager of a big restaurant, but you're still nothing but an employee. Is that what's giving you so much pride and arrogance?
Dummy, you wouldn't know pride if it smacked you in your ugly face.
I've been holding back from really dealing with you because you were still married to my sister. However, now that you've confirmed you're getting divorced, there's nothing to stop me.
Very cute with the threats. What the hell can an illiterate do to me? You don't even know your left from your right.
Well, I do know that the partnership your restaurant has with our company is over.
Our company? You mean your sister's company?
It's co-owned by my sister and I, doofus. I dropped out of college to build the business and sponsor Kira through her own schooling. You got married to her because you believed you would get ownership of the company. But you were wrong.
What? You two have been lying to me all this while? Snakes, that's what you are. I don't care. I'll find another company to partner with that'll supply me drinks.
Feel free to do that. I dare you to find a company that will get you the same drinks at the price we gave. We're the cheapest in the game, that's why everyone loves us. You'll have to explain to your board why your marriage affected their profits. They won't like that, I can assure you.
Fine, you made your point, okay? Can we talk about this?
There's nothing to talk about, Josh. We're done.
I'm sorry, Pearl. I got carried away and things went out of hand. Please do not break the partnership. Pearl, please answer me. Pearl, how are you doing, dear?
Hi, Josh.
Please, can I see you?
No, you're going through a divorce with my sister. I don't think her lawyer would appreciate a meeting.
You know, this is not about that. You have to partner back up with my company, Pearl. Please. Kira won't even talk to me. You're my only hope. You have to help me.
I don't have to do anything. I especially don't have to be in this conversation. Goodbye, Josh.
Wait, please don't go. I was fired, okay? The board replaced me, and not just because of my partnership. My short marriage drew a lot of negative press to the restaurant, and it was affecting sales, so I was kicked out. I can get back in, though. You just have to restore the partnership. That's all.
Why would I help you? After what you put me and my sister through?
I'm sorry, okay? Besides, I can't take all the blame for that, can I? If you guys told me who you were from the get, I would have treated you differently.
Oh, so it's my fault you kicked me out of my sister's wedding.
I'm sorry, okay? I've apologized over and over. What else do you want?
I want you to stop apologizing because it's not going to work.
Pearl, you have no idea how much I need this. The board is going to sue me for damages. According to them, I mixed a business with pleasure, got married to a partner, and it affected the business. See, if you don't help me out, I'm doomed.
Still won't change my mind. I don't want you anywhere near me or my family ever again. Or I'll also be suing you to court as well.
Pearl, just hold on, okay? We can still talk this out.
Goodbye, Josh. Thanks to my threat, Josh never bothered my sister and me ever again. He didn't want us suing him for all he had. The divorce took only a few months, but my sister was thrilled to be free from him. I went through the entire process with her and let her know that she was not alone. Last we heard of Josh, he found a job at a local bar downtown. Getting fired from his restaurant left a stain on his reputation, and no one else wanted to hire him. As for Kira and I, we kept building our business. About a year later, the new manager of the restaurant approached us for a new partnership with even better benefits than before. Everything was going great, and I was happy my baby sister managed to escape from Josh before it got too late.